Here are the 3 things you need to do to save your relationship, to be able to recover and move forward post-betrayal. That's not necessarily affairs. It could be other betrayals of trust. I'm Pasha Marlowe. I've been a therapist and a coach working specifically with couples for 30 plus years. And these are the 3 ways that couples can recover. The first one, full transparency, especially initially. Share the passwords, allow the other person to see your phone, share the emails, allow them to know the full details of the betrayal so that they know the information they need to make an educated and logical decision as to whether or not they even want to try to do this work. Don't drip in the truth over time, over days, over weeks, months, years. The longer you go without giving the full truth, the harder it will be. The lying is worse than the sometimes affair. We'll say affairs for this example. The lying about the affair is often worse than the affair. Number 2, trust is rebuilt in small moments. So you're not looking to just reestablish trust, for example, in socialization or in working groups or with other people. You're actually building that trust on a daily basis. If you say you're going to call the doctor, call the doctor. If you say you're going to be back by 6 and you can't be home by 6, send a text and say, I know I said I'd be home by 6. It's going to be 6:30. If you say you're going to go to the grocery store on Saturday, go to the grocery store on Saturday, or recognize if you don't or can't. Follow through is so big when you're trying to reestablish trust. It accumulates and it really adds up. Finally, you have to speak your mind. Often the person who cheated or betrayed trust becomes a yes person, becomes a people pleaser, and doesn't speak their mind because they don't feel like they have the right to actually complain or talk about their grief or their anger or their discomfort because they're trying to help the person who's been through the trauma of being betrayed. But you don't want to fall into that, because what happens is if you start to people please, if you say yes when you mean no, if you start to appease the other person, no doubt you're going to start to feel unseen, unheard. You're going to start to pull away, and your partner, even more so, is going to start to feel like they don't really know you. They don't know how you feel, and that you might be looking apathetic or not caring about this because you're not expressing the deep sadness or grief or shame or guilt or anger or whatever emotion they expect you to feel. If you're kind of going flatline and apathetic and with a kind of blank slate tone, they're not going to appreciate that. And it's going to be painful to express yourself, to say the hard truths, but you really have to do that. You have to walk through the fire. You have to both break down before you can break through. You have to literally create a new relationship together from this point on. Transparency, building trust in the small moments, and both you creating space and holding space for each other to speak your mind without the fear of your speaking your mind turning into get out of the house, I want a divorce, I'm leaving you, go sleep in another room. See if you can create space to hold space for each other's feelings without it blowing up into straightforward rejection or abandonment, because that is the fear of the person who isn't sharing, that they're going to be rejected, be abandoned, lose their family. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, comment if this resonates, and share too to somebody this might help. Okay, thanks. Bye.